We currently live in an age of amazing technology, and for people with disabilities, this is opening up more and more doors for us to live free, independent, and productive lives. So, welcome to Nothing Without Us: Stories and Discussions of Meaningful Inclusion. My name is Annette Bourbonniere. If you like this podcast, please subscribe and tell your friends about it. Leave some comments and give us a thumbs up. My guest today is Mohammed Abdullah Al Rumon, an electrical engineer at the University of Rhode Island. I met Rumon at a barbecue about 2 months ago when my wheelchair broke. The controls would not turn on at all. I was out of town on a weekend, so no wheelchair vendor was going to answer this call. Rumon, who was also a guest at this barbecue, had just introduced himself to me, and he offered to help me, letting me know he was an electrical engineer. He actually spent most of the time at the barbecue fixing my wheelchair, and then later telling us about some of the work he does, which, in a nutshell, is bringing solutions to problems to the people experiencing them. So I am very happy to introduce you to Rumon. Hello, Rumon. I'm happy to have you here.
Hi,
So,
hi,
yeah,
Anand. How are you? Thanks for being me
okay.
today. Yes,
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your most recent project?
I'm Abdullah Rumon. I am a PhD candidate at URI Department of Electrical Engineering. So, in my PhD, my major focus on developing smart textile-based solutions. My major expertise in developing soft, unobtrusive sensors out of soft, flexible materials that can be applied to garments or any flexible substrate. So you can think about the dress you are right now wearing that can give you your body vitals informations like ECG, heart rate, your respirations, your oxygens. So one of my major project for my PhD is developing a smart and flexible belt for premature baby. So a premature baby usually born before 37 weeks, we call them, and they go through major clinical challenges due to their underdeveloped body organs. So I closely work with Rhode Island Infant and Women Hospital, and we are developing a smart belt that can get all the major body vitals, includes heart rate, ECG, oxygen, temperature, movement. And in that case, mom can hold their baby very closely. Right now, they're using so many sticky wires throughout their bodies, and it will really make a good change the existing NICU system.
Must be a lot more comfortable for the baby, too.
Yes.
And, parents do really feel everything that their babies have, and they feel it worse than the babies sometimes. So
Yes.
that's truly amazing. Um, and, it also kind of opens up my imagination, um, because there are a lot of ways, like I say, we live in a world with great technology, and you're one of those pioneers and developers of this technology. So let's talk about some potential applications. Are you doing any other work right now? Any future work that I should be talking about first?
Um, I understand. Can you tell me again?
Okay, do you have any projects coming up that you're already planning on that I should talk about before talking about what I imagine?
You can talk about, for example, um, I mean, for this premature baby, actually, we are going to do some baby testings within next few months. We have just
Okay,
really got approved by the IRB, so
okay,
we
great.
want to do more the baby testing, real baby testings, very soon.
Right. That's amazing. But let's talk about what could happen if this kind of technology were applied on a broader basis. And I'm just throwing out some ideas here. I'm sure you're familiar with the company called Logitech.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So one of the things Logitech has done recently is they have created a toolkit so that people with disabilities, all kinds of disabilities, can play video games and
Mhm.
get deeper into the game. So with the controller, if they can't use their hands, they can use their shoulder, their chin, things like that. And that has really made the companies they work with very much more profitable.
Mhm.
And so, I think of other ways we might want to consider applying that. One thing that happens with wheelchair users, besides the occasional breakdown in inconvenient places,
Yeah.
is that the placement of the controls are not always comfortable.
Yes.
Um, on a day that you can be more spastic or have pain in joints, stuff like that. And you talk about the sensors in this wearable soft belt. Could wheelchair controls be put in something like that, that a person could say, okay, well, today I'm going to Velcro it to my waist because that's where I'm going to be more comfortable controlling my chair, or another day on your lap or something like that, without the big bulk.
Yes. Yeah.
That's doable?
Yes. I mean, if you see the overall opportunities in the wheelchair, so uh, what you're doing here actually, so you're just sitting on the wheelchair and you're controlling it, right? So
Right,
when we use the gym, the running machines, so there are some, I mean, electrodes that basically can get your heart rate, right? So
right.
wheelchair is a kind of a thing where you can implement so many things that includes your um, continuous heart rate monitoring things,
Hmm.
continuous ECG monitoring things, respirations.
Right.
There'll be the EMG side. If you want to add some heat patch in the back, if you have some problem, you can also implement that one. Also, human machine interface is one of the thing. So right now we are using the very rigid button things, so we can also convert the whole things into more flexible manner, where the person can go. I mean, the interface between the wheelchair and the person, the way the person want to move forward or back or left or right, it can be much more convenient. Okay, so yes, definitely. I believe what I see, that there's so many opportunities that we can just implement.
Right. That would be like amazing. You have
Yes,
no
yes,
idea how amazing that would be. Right.
yes.
Yeah. And we already do use a lot of technology on computers. I know that I use a lot of speech recognition. There's eye gaze technology, all of that. But again, you have to be able to turn the machine on, and you have to physically start it. There might be some way that we can just, find a way to make that connection in, I mean, maybe through the Bluetooth on our phone or something to get things going. You see, yeah.
We are really going to the next level of technology nowadays. Like right now, you're experiencing the AI. 2023 was a very good example how ChatGPT and all the open AI and the artificial intelligence actually helped us in many different ways. So
Mm,
in future, like we can just imagine that how AI can understand more personally. I mean, how a machine can understand personally how the person wants something. Okay, so the one you just said, um, the wearable is one of the thing that actually can, is a good way to interact, right? So
right,
uh, that your dress, your wheelchair, your armband. If you have, for example, someone has any problem on the arm, right? So, and I'm just putting the armband here. So, how the armband understand that how you should move, right? Recently, actually, I saw one video, one company, they actually developed a very robotic skeleton kind of things for your knee. So that actually just you're just wearing the trouser, at the same
mm,
time, you just add this device, and it's helping you to how when you're running or walking, it will assist you so that you just feel more comfortable. So all this comes through knowing the person's more better. Okay, so
yeah,
when machine has more informations about how the person is looking for, what's looking for, and how the person is wants something, it will make a big change in future, to
Yeah.
be honest, in
Yeah.
all the aspects.
Right. Yeah. Technology does make a big change for all of us. Um, for people who are blind, being able to interact with the world around them. Um, I don't know if this actually exists or was just being experimented with before, but there was a camera and that people who are blind, where the camera would then describe in their ear where they were going and what barriers there were there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Does that exist, or was that just a prototype?
Well,
Or
well, this is more about the the vision technology. So how the computer see all around you and describe something. So as I just said that there's a lot more connections of the app. The artificial intelligence. There's one company I saw last year, the Human. So Human Pin. So you can just put it here,
yeah.
and it can describe what you have all around. And
Oh,
also Facebook Meta has its own goggles that can describe all around you. So
yeah.
describing something with the sound is getting more popular, and it will
Yeah.
be definitely a big change for the person who are blind. But
Right.
yeah,
So we can really make adjustments for a lot of disabilities, because we already know that they have cochlear implants for people who are deaf. I also saw that there is another technology that was being tested for people who are deaf that actually was an appliance they could wear in their mouth. I don't know if you are aware of that one. That's kind of,
wearable. I mean,
yeah.
w-
It
w-
it
it's interesting, like what it does actually.
it was an appliance they could wear in their mouth
Okay,
that brought the correct vibrations to the middle ear so that they could hear
okay.
through this appliance in their mouth.
Oh wow, like this is a new thing actually I just learned. But definitely, like, amazing, like definitely, you see how actually innovations
Right.
going through more wearables and more knowing the persons much better, and how we are right now going more details. For example, recently I saw one, like one pill kind of things that you can basically just put inside of your the second layer of your skin, and it can get some of your body informations and give you continuously. There's some technology like Dexcom is one of the thing that can get your
Your blood sugar.
body sugar at the same time.
Yes.
It continuously doing the insulin things. So you see like how we are making things much more convenient day by day, and uh,
Right.
it's really helping us. Technology, there's a big escape of materials is one of the thing. How we are developing new materials, which is more biodegradable and more biocompatible. At the same
Right.
time, so how we are designing the machines and the human machine interface or human ergonomical design is one of the thing, a very big thing I would say. How
Right.
human basically should interact with the machines and how design should be there this way. So, like one of our project, we designed one band for the Parkinson patients, so who has some problem with the shaking hand kind of things. So,
Right.
when you develop the glove, and that basically can get some information about how your hand is shaking. Okay, so
Yeah.
we really struggled to design that how the person should wear the glove. So initially we thought that yes, all we have to just develop the device, all we have to develop the glove, right? But
Right.
later we understand that this is just not about developing something. Instead, how the human, the person is kind of wearing it. Okay, so we had to go through multiple iterations just to understand how human actually wear the glove, and how a Parkinson patients can wear the glove very easily. So that actually gave us a more clear understanding of how
Mm.
ergonomical design helps.
Wow, that's all pretty amazing. And now they also have things that help people with their speech. Because again, some people, their disability, even though they can hear and they can do a lot of things and may be very bright, but they cannot talk because of their disability. So I know there are the speech synthesizers like Stephen Hawking used, but I think there may be other possibilities now too. Are there not any that are more advanced than that? That you're aware of? That yeah, there may be a lot of things that you're not yet aware of, because I think we're developing a lot of things very fast. But
Yes, like I mean, development wise, people. I mean, there's so many people trying to develop so many things. Well, let me just give an example. Actually, so recently, like we just try we have been selected for in National Science Foundation's iCorp Customer Discovery. I mean the application things. So we recently got a grant for customer discovery. So the main idea was we want to um, know the problem exists. Okay, so
yeah,
how you're assuming it. So one of the problem is the gut activity. Okay, so how gut activity really, I mean, dictating the athlete's performance. Uh,
right,
and this is one of the thing actually is a little bit, side, little bit side aside, and we don't not care that much, right? And gut has its own brain. So how your gut is performing, it kind of dictates what you'll perform in the next. So the important thing is how different companies or different researchers, scientists, they are finding out specific points that correlates with other problem.
yeah,
One of our project was developing a smart T-shirt that can basically get your ECG and respirations in real time. So what to utilize these particular things on the application side. So we know that when you feel stressed, our overall body systems get excited, and
right,
your heart rate get increasing, your blood pressure increasing, right? So out of all the major body organs, one thing you can directly control is your respiration, right? You
right,
can just control your inhale and exhale. So we try to understand that if we just give a person a very personalized inhale and exhale cues, and so that we can little bit stress down the person's heart rate or I mean all the other feelings like blood streams. So that really worked. So we basically, when we know the respirations and the heart rate, then we are giving the person's very specific inhale and exhale cue, that you should inhale for 3 seconds or exhale for 4 seconds. Or some other persons, we are saying inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for two
right,
seconds. So it's helping the persons to just calm down the heart rate. So
right,
one is the how we are getting the informations, and one is how we are applying, just making the connections and
right,
how they're correlates, and
right.
it will help definitely.
Wow. Well, it sounds like you're doing some pretty amazing things. It's and your knowledge of the field is really impressive. Really appreciate all of that. You certainly did a great thing for me. Um, I mean, you just went from
Thank you so
switch
much.
to switch to switch. And I was able to, move along after that. And I'll always be grateful for that.
No, I just looking forward that what might be the problem actually, right?
Yeah,
So this is why till I always have all these screwdrivers and everything in my car. So I
yeah,
thought, fine, let's just dig down into inside what the where's the problem actually. I
right.
just wanted to know.
Well, that is the scientific method, isn't it? What is the problem? What do we know that we can use, and how do we apply it? And
Yes.
and then did it work? That's pretty much the scientific method in, that context anyway. So and I'm an economist. I look at economic problems the same way. It is the same work. Um, one thing I do hope that we do, and I may be talking with you about it as well as some other people, looking at ways to get more people with disabilities working in the fields that you're working in the fields I'm working in all the sciences and math and engineering and the technology, so that because I think we can. I think there are a lot of people that can. And I do know some people with disabilities who do this work, but not enough. And I think that it'll be an awesome collaboration if we can do that.
Yes, sure.
Yes, right. Well, I do thank you so much for coming. I hope that we do this again. I really would.
Sure.
Um, I find it fascinating. Um, I do, I also see how the possibilities and what can be done through technology. So, if there's anything else you want to add, or even sometime you say, gee, I'd really like to talk about this and that, you can call on me, or I may call on you. Okay?
Yes, yes, sure.
Good.
So I just have only one thing. So in the beginning, what I just said that we are doing a project on the NICU baby. So we recently got approved from URI IRB. So we are planning to do some real baby testing. So in the time we are kind of boundary ourselves to 4 weeks to 24 weeks baby.
Right.
So we want to we're looking for participants. So if anyone interested, you can just contact me. So we really want to make the um, NICU or the premature baby or the baby vitus monitoring things much more easier, much more personalized, so that mother feels much more comfortable. And the whole when I went to WIH, I saw that babies are always just shrink down, and the mother cannot hold their baby. So probably our this work will help mothers to hold their baby, and we always dream of that there'll be no wires and more cuddles will be there.
Right. And it's such a big thing. It's a very big thing for a mother to be able to hold her baby rather than watch the baby all tied up in wires. So yeah, that'll be huge for sure. So thank you so much for coming, Rumon. This is
Thank
Nothing
you.
Without Us, Stories and Discussions of Meaningful Inclusion. I'm Annette Bourbonniere. If you like what I'm doing here, please leave me a like, become either a free or a paid member. Tell your friends to check us out at patreon.com/nothingwithoutus. You can also find this podcast on YouTube and Spotify and all your other audio platforms. It can also connect with me on LinkedIn and on the new platform Blue Sky. I read all the comments, so feel free to tell me what you would like to hear and who you would like to hear from. And I would love to have 1,000 members by the end of March, so please help me reach that goal. I'm introducing my new sub-series, Bitch on Wheels, which is only available for members on the ally or activist levels of membership. It's a bit edgier, sarcastic, and sometimes humorous, holding up a mirror to those who have such a difficult time dealing with our disabilities. Until the next Nothing Without Us, I am Annette Bourbonniere.